Hey everyone, welcome to Sideshow's First Look. Today we'll be checking out the Darth Vader Deluxe Edition 6-scale figure by Hot Toys from Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi. The box is protected by a slipcover featuring an imposing image of Darth Vader on the front, and removing that slipcover reveals a smattering of images of the Vader figure as well as a window cut into the front of the retro-styled 40th anniversary packaging. Opening that box reveals the Darth Vader figure as well as a curated selection of accessories and a pair of display base elements and a pair of plastic trays. Here's absolutely everything that comes with the deluxe edition of the Darth Vader figure, which you can see standing there in the center atop an environmental display base. On the right, you can see the unmasked portrait of Anakin Skywalker, a tool for manipulating the eyes, a pair of lightsaber blades, an unpowered lightsaber hilt, a power pack with a clamp for mounting, a wired lightsaber hilt, and an assortment of swap-out hands, including a pair of hands for wielding the lightsabers, a pair of hands for gripping the belt boxes, a series of gesturing hands, a severed hand, and a fist. Over on the left are the accessories exclusive to the deluxe version of the figure, including some additional pieces for the base, a stair-themed display base, and an additional helmet with a light-up feature. The Darth Vader figure stands nearly 14 inches in overall height and comes clad in the Sith Lord's iconic costume, a mixed media assortment comprised of fabric, faux leather, and sculpted elements. The cape is held in place by a sculpted plastic chain and partially conceals the shoulder armor, which ends at the top of a respirator box at mid-torso. The tabards fall from beneath that shoulder armor to the tops of the soft sculpted boots, and the faux leather costume is divided into vertical panels by way of row upon row of intricate stitching. A pair of glossy black greaves caps the tops of those boots, held in place by a Velcro panel that allows each to be adjusted according to the needs of your display, and the soft goods belt is adorned with a pair of sculpted control boxes. The helmet's unmistakable silhouette features an all-new design, with development continuing on its final form well into the production process. The dome is friction fit to the top of the mask, and removing it reveals hidden details including mechanical components on the crown. The mask is attached to the helmet's base with a magnet, and removing it reveals even more mechanical details in the mask's interior, as well as the details of the respirator and vocal projector in the mask's base. With the mask removed, the unmasked portrait of Anakin Skywalker can be attached to the figure, featuring an excellent likeness to that of Sebastian Shaw as he appears in Return of the Jedi. The portrait features fine details in the wrinkles and textures of the skin, and multiple layers of paint render a pale, sickly complexion, interrupted in several places by hideous scars in more saturated pinks and pale reds. The red-rimmed eyes are set into a pair of sunken, blackened orbitals, and the striking irises gaze out with a stoic intensity. Each of those eyes is independently articulated, allowing for Anakin's gaze to be directed in whichever way best complements your display. Vader's lightsaber comes in both a standard configuration as well as one with an attached power cord, which can be run up the arm and under the shoulder armor before attaching it to the included power pack. Doing so will enable the appearance of either the static or motion lightsaber blade for that saber to be ignited. The boxes at the belt and the chest piece also feature power cords, which will further enhance the figure with their own resulting light-up effects. The deluxe version of the Darth Vader figure includes a bonus helmet cast in a deep translucent blue, as well as a force lightning effect that can be wrapped around it. This helmet can also be plugged into the power pack, evoking the pivotal moment in the film in which Emperor Palpatine turns his dark side powers on his former apprentice. This themed display base with metallic nameplate is included with both the collector and deluxe editions of the figure, and plugging a standard USB-C cable into the port hidden at the back will power the base's attractive light-up feature. Additionally, the deluxe version of the figure includes these arms that can be added to that base, elevating the overall aesthetic while also providing a pair of convenient pedestals on which to place the two helmets while displaying the figure wearing the unmasked portrait. As an added bonus, the deluxe version of the figure also includes a second display base, reminiscent of the steps leading up to Palpatine's throne in the film. All three of the portraits of the Darth Vader figure rest on a ball-jointed neck. They can look in all directions, as well as lean a bit to either side. The shoulders will shrug, dip, press, and row, and they'll allow the arms to lift laterally about 90 degrees. The arms will also elevate nearly 90 degrees to the front and a few degrees to the back. The double-jointed elbows will flex about 90 degrees, and a pivot joint above the bicep will allow them to rotate. The torso will crunch to the front, extend to the back, and lean a bit to either side. And there's a nice amount of twist to be had at the waist. The legs will lift laterally about 40 degrees. They'll also kick out to the front about 45 degrees, and a few degrees to the back. The double jointed knees allow the legs to bend more than 90 degrees, and the pivot joint at the thigh will allow the legs to be rotated. The feet will pivot at the ankles, and they'll also extend a bit in every direction. This has been Sideshow's first look at the Darth Vader Deluxe version 6-scale figure by Hot Toys from Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi. For more information about this figure, or to check out the wide assortment of Star Wars collectibles available from Hot Toys, follow the link below. Thank you for watching our video, and as always, don't forget to let your geek side show.